Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a wealth building strategy that banks absolutely love to use, but they don't exactly advertise it to their customers. We're talking about a system, a playbook, really, designed to get you off that financial hamster wheel for good. So let's start with a question. Does this sound familiar? You're working hard, your salary's going up, you're trying to do all the right things, but you still feel like you're just treading water financially. Well, the root of this problem isn't just about what you earn. It's all about cash flow. You see, to really get ahead, you first have to understand the system you're playing in. And that brings us to what we'll call the middle class trap. It's a system that is, by its very design, incredibly good at keeping you exactly where you are. And this chart, wow, this really lays it all out, doesn't it? That big salary comes in, and then poof, a huge chunk is immediately eaten up by expenses. And that little sliver left over for savings, that's supposed to be what you build your entire future on? It's fighting an uphill battle from the moment it hits your account. And here's the real kicker. Here's where the trap snaps shut. That small amount you do manage to save is just sitting there, losing its buying power every single day thanks to inflation. Meanwhile, every loan payment you make, your mortgage, your car loan, isn't just a bill, it's actively making the banks richer. So your money is losing value, while their wealth is growing. It's a system working against you from both sides. So, what do? Well, this reality creates a fork in the road. There are two fundamentally different paths you can take, and really understanding them is the key to finally building wealth on your own terms. Okay, so let's get real. Which one of these sounds like you? On one side, you have the slow saver. Their whole strategy is earn money, save money. They see all debt as bad, and because of that, their assets, like their home equity, just sit there, idle. But then you've got the fast deployer. They see capital completely differently. It's not something to just sit on, it's something to deploy. They use smart leverage to turn those idle assets into active income-generating machines. All right, so let's get into the good stuff. How you become a fast deployer. We're going to break down the 5 core strategies, the wealth accelerators that make up this entire playbook. Think of these as the mandatory steps to creating real automated wealth velocity. Killer insight number 1 is all about understanding the bank's own game. It's called fractional reserve banking. It basically lets them lend out way more money than they actually have on hand. Well, a fast deployer just flips that script. They use the same logic by using their own assets, like the equity in their home, as collateral to unlock way more capital than they could ever just save up. And that brings us right to accelerator number 2, turning passive assets into active income. It all starts with a number. Let's say $50,000. Now, this isn't money you slaved away to save. Nope. This is $50,000 you've unlocked from the equity that was just sitting in your house, maybe using a home equity line of credit or a HELOC. So now that 50 grand isn't just trapped inside your walls anymore. It's been deployed. It's been put on a mission to buy an asset that's specifically designed to make you money every single month, like a rental property. You've literally turned idle value into an active employee. And boom, here's the result of that one single move. You've just created a brand new income stream. Maybe it's an extra $15,000 a year. That's wealth velocity. It's using what you already have to generate something new. And you know the best part? This whole cycle, it's repeatable. Accelerator number 3 is a huge mental shift. The slow saver is stuck in what you could call interest servitude. Money just flows one way, from them to the bank. But the fast deployer, they use strategic debt to buy assets that pay them more than the debt costs. Suddenly, the money's flowing the other way. Interest is now working for you, not against you. Which leads us to the engine of this whole thing. Accelerator number 4, cash flow arbitrage. It sounds fancy, but the idea is just beautiful in its simplicity. You're just borrowing money at a low cost and investing it to earn a higher return. That's it. That's the game. And check this out. This is the simple math in action. You borrow that money, your HELOC, at maybe 4% interest. That's your cost. Then you put that same money to work in an investment that's kicking off a 12% return. And that gap, that 8% difference, that's the spread. That's the magic. That is pure profit. And here's the kicker. It's profit you're generating using the bank's money, not your own hard-earned savings. This is how you accelerate wealth at a speed saving alone could never touch. And now, we have arrived at the 5th and final accelerator. This is the piece that separates the amateurs from the pros. This is what turns a few smart moves into a self-sustaining professional-grade wealth machine. This is how you create truly unstoppable velocity. You see, the top 1% of investors get there because they build systems. They put it all on autopilot. The income from the investment automatically pays down the loan. The growing equity is automatically leveraged for the next investment. And the new cash flow is automatically deployed back into the system to buy even more assets. Your money is working for you 24/7 without you lifting a finger. When you boil it all down, this whole playbook comes back to one fundamental truth. It's a total shift in how you think. Saving is about not losing, but you don't get truly wealthy by just preserving. You get rich by deploying wisely. Money has to be in motion to grow. So there you have it. The two paths are laid out right in front of you. The question isn't, how do I get ahead anymore? The playbook is on the table. The only question left is, which path are you going to choose? Will you stay a slow saver, or will you become a fast deployer?